I think the dreams, the dreams themselves was probably the best uh, portion of this experience in the dark room. Um, I say that from the standpoint of I was having like easy 5 to 7 dreams a night, like 5 to 7 dreams a night, and just not regular dreams. Like these are lucid dreams, and it would be something like I would lay my head down for 5 minutes, 5 minutes, and almost instantaneously, I'd be already in a dream. Boom, I'm there. And, I'd be walking around, just doing whatever I'm doing inside the dream, taking notice of the various things that are happening in the dream. And then whenever something was just a little too strange for the dream, I would almost think back and be like, wait a minute, I'm in the dark room right now. And almost instantaneously, boom, I'm out. I'm out of the dream and I'm back in the dark room. But even though I'm out of the dream, every detail of that dream I can recollect. I know the details of the trees, the scenery, the people, the you know entities or whatever it was. I was able to recall the entire dream, and you know, I think what benefited me the most was that I basically had like a voice recorder, and so every time I would pop out of the dream, I would go ahead and I'd just voice record that. I'd be like, hey, this is what happened, X, Y, Z. And so I did that pretty much for every dream. And so this is the part that just kind of blew me away was I would exit the dream. I would sit down, I would voice record for the duration of what I remembered. And then if I wasn't entirely, still trying to sleep, I'd go ahead and I'd do some Qigong exercises, do some meditation, like 30 minutes of meditation, 15 minutes of meditation. And then I would literally just sit in the bed, and 5 minutes later, boom, I'm back in the dream. And there was like no delay. There was no delay from how long it took me to actually fall asleep and actually be into the dream. It was almost instantaneously, like the veil between this reality and dream world was so thin that there was no real wait time to actually get into the dream from the minute I fell asleep. Like I wouldn't have to be sleeping for an hour or 2 or 3. No, it was like instant. And the reason why it was instant is because I was having like 5 to 7 dreams a night, and so I'll be in the second dream or the third dream, and I'd be doing my thing and seeing what I'm seeing, and then the minute I noticed a discrepancy that was just too off the wall, or my logical hemisphere of my mind picked up on something, the minute it kind of woke up, boom, I would be out. And again, I'd be able to recollect every single thing in that dream. And so that became kind of my pastime for the dark room retreat, was like figuring out how I was doing this, figuring out the level of access that I've gained in this type of environment. I want to say by like day 4, day 5 of the entire experience, I was training myself on the very thing that I'm talking about. It's just like making the veil so thin that I knew I was gonna go into another dream like instantaneously, and I was preparing, and I was thinking of ways to subdue the logical mind from waking within the dream because of like the strangeness or the oddities that I was encountering. That was probably the pinnacle of like the dark room retreat experience. Like just being able to kind of timeline switch or transport so easily in and out. It got so crazy that at some point I started to question like this very reality. Like it was just too loose. It was too real that it started to make this reality not real. And it almost seemed like this reality was the real reality just because of the amount of programming that my mind has kind of had being based in this reality. So like, you know, growing up, going through school, going through you know, the education system, the media, the propaganda, the overall stimuli that you're always getting on a day-to-day basis, that kind of grounds this reality as the reality to you. But when I was in the dark room, and you know, especially during the nighttime hours, like the dominant reality was the dream reality. It wasn't the wakeful state, it was the dream reality. And it was the multiple dream realities within just one night